Gossip, gossip.
Steady gossip.
What's up, world? You're tuned into 423 FM. You already know we've got you covered with your daily dose of celebrity drama. Now let's get into it. Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the 423. Jada Pinkett Smith did an interview with The Guardian that came out on Saturday, August 18th, and throughout the piece, she keeps reiterating the idea that a conventional marriage would have killed her. The point of this interview, I guess, is a look into why Jada is so willing to reveal some of her deepest, darkest secrets and struggles on Red Table Talk for such a large audience. And she really accredits 3 friends of hers who were always honest with her and shared their struggles, which she wanted to do for others on a larger scale. These 3 women were all married and all actors: Salma Hayek, Pauletta Washington, and Ruby Dee, and their conversations about marriage and relationships, with which Jada was really struggling at the time, led her to believe that there was room for such intimate chats to take place on a bigger stage. Later, Jada goes on to discuss her own relationship problems, saying that she spent many years feeling frustrated by her position as a wife to the more successful husband, saying she forgot who Jada was. She put her family's needs first and forgot her own, while Will roamed the world, and though they didn't exactly break up, she moved to New York on her own for a while to find herself during a rough patch in their relationship. And later comes the quote that everyone's focusing on here, where Jada says, "I knew that I was not built for a conventional marriage. Even the word wife, it's a golden cage, swallow the key. Even before I was married, I was like, that'll kill me, and it damn near did. So why wouldn't you share what you've been through when you see that other people are out there trying to figure this crap out? We decided to make it public because it's part of the healing. I feel like if we don't have real understanding about it, I don't know if interpersonal relationships are possible." She goes on to clarify, "Will is my life partner, and I could not ask for a better one. I adore him. I never want people to think it was Will I didn't want to marry. He and I were talking about this the other day. But I can assure you that some of the most powerful women in the world feel caged and tied because of the sacrifices they have to make to be in that position. So I wanted to talk about how we really feel about marriage. How do we really feel about different unconventional relationships? How do we really feel about raising children? Honestly." So throughout the interview, Jada never clarifies what a conventional relationship means to her, so that's not really clear, but she mentions putting everyone else before herself, and I would assume from her quote that she's referencing that she held some sort of stereotypical housewife role while Will was out being a movie star. We all know that Jada complaining about marriage and how hard it is nothing new, but I think the reason this is so interesting right now is because we're fresh off the breakup of Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth, and this is exactly how Miley was speaking about marriage in all of her interviews just a few months ago. In her Vanity Fair cover story back in February, she was talking about how her marriage was new age, and just because she's with Liam doesn't mean she's not still attracted to women, and all of these different quotes emphasizing how unconventional her marriage is. Now, I'm not saying Jada and Will are on the brink of breakup. She does say in her Guardian interview that they're happier than they've ever been right now, but I just don't get the need for her to constantly talk about all of the negative parts of her marriage. Marriages, or relationships in general, really include some work, of course, and it might take a lot out of you to cater to another person instead of just doing what you want to at all times. But in general, I hate the notion that marriages are just full of all of those terrible adjectives. Like, I feel like people either portray their relationships as sunshine and rainbows, or they try to get too real and constantly emphasize how terrible their marriage really is behind the scenes. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Jada being real and letting people know that her being in this marriage a lot of people look up to isn't completely perfect, but honestly, she just does not make it sound good. And I also think it's interesting to talk about how conventional marriage isn't for her when it sounds like she was just having personal issues. I don't think that in 2019 a conventional marriage includes being a stay-at-home mom, so for her to say that is weird. Especially when people thought for so long that her and Will had an open marriage. That was a rumor forever, and now she's kind of just refueling those types of rumors. Because when I hear the words unconventional and marriage in the same sentence, I automatically think that either they have more than one partner or they're cheating. Like, that's just where my mind goes, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people jump to that same conclusion. So, while I think it's helpful for people to be quote unquote real about struggles in their relationships, I also don't think it's helpful to make these now supposedly great relationships sound like it took going to hell and back, because that makes people in some really negative situations think that they need to stick it out. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think about this. How do you feel about Jada Pinkett Smith constantly talking about how terrible her relationship has been in the past? Leave your thoughts down below in the comments, subscribe to the 423 for more videos, and if you like this one, just give it a quick thumbs up. That is it for today. I will see you guys next time. Bye.